Barnaby Jones, a Quinn Martin production, starring Buddy Ebsen, also starring Lee Merriweather, Mark Shera, with guest stars Joanne Harris, Lawrence Casey, Christopher Allport, Ward Costello. Tonight's episode, Death of a Friendship.
You know, it's getting awfully late. Don't you think you ought to change for dinner?
You hungry?
I'm starving, and I hope you made reservations someplace.
Oh, damn, I completely forgot.
Oh, how convenient of you.
Well, I guess we'll just have to stay here, and I can show you how well I can cook.
Oh, yeah? You know, I've been thinking.
Uh-oh. Liberated lady, huh?
Uh-huh. I'm just full of surprises.
Oh, that's nice. Surprise me some more.
What if I said I think it's time that you wrote me down in your, I don't know, what would you call it, your book of conquests?
Book of Conquests? That's kind of a starchy way to put it, isn't it?
Well, I could have called it something else. But me mom raised a very refined lady. Your father may not think so, but she did.
Let's get two things straight, Ellie. First, I don't have any conquests that I would want to write a book about.
Oh, you liar.
And two, my father likes you. He really does.
Well, now that's two lies right in a row. But you said them so sweetly and so sincerely, I almost believed you. But you know, they are right.
Who's right? About what?
Oh, just they. About what they say about rich young men being spoiled and always getting what they want.
Where are you going?
For a swim, what'd you think?
Come on, Ellie, give me another hint.
Shut up.
Who are you?
Exactly what I
What
tell
are
you.
Look, if you want money, I got money. I got some money.
Shut up.
Well,
or you get it right here. That way. Move it.
Look, move it. You can't do this. You can't. How was lobster?
Pure ambrosia. Oh, but can we really afford it?
Of course we can.
Never mind. Oh, Paul, do you realize how long it's been since we've come to a place like this? I mean, when it hasn't been an anniversary or something like that.
Too long. But you know what it's been like.
Oh, I know, darling. You've been working so hard lately.
Let's not talk about work.
Okay. Oh.
Better times. Mr. Craig, telephone?
Oh, no. You didn't give the boss this number, too, did you?
It's probably nothing. Hello?
Hi, baby. It's done.
It's after 9. What took so long?
Well, Jeff's father was late getting to the club, and I just reached him a few minutes ago.
Is he there yet?
No, but he's on his way.
Okay. You sure nothing went wrong?
Sweetheart, don't lose your nerve now. Now, everything has gone just as we planned. Well, you can go back to your wife now.
Okay, but it's the last time.
Bye.
It's nothing.
Barnaby Jones.
This way, please.
Sorry to butt in on your weekend, Barnaby, but I'm grateful you could come.
Well, Dan, you know, there's nothing I wouldn't put aside for a friend like you, especially at a time like this.
Damn, you know, I thought I had enough burglar arms around here to protect Fort Knox, but it still happened.
Ransom payment?
$300,000. That's the thing about being rich. They'll kidnap your son, but you can get a bank open on a Sunday.
That, girlfriend of Jeff's you spoke about on the phone.
Ellie Beck? She's upstairs in one of the guest rooms. I asked her to stay the night.
I'd like to talk to her.
All right, I'll get her. Oh, by the way, Paul is in there. He's putting the ransom together.
No, we didn't have to get you out here.
In a time of crisis, a man wants all the help he can get.
Been a long time, Barnaby. You're looking good.
Feeling good. How about you?
Well, being chief of plant security doesn't give me as much time off as I used to have when I worked for you. But I try to keep in shape. He fill you in on the tape I made of the kidnapper's phone call?
Yes, he said he only got to the last part of the conversation.
You can hear it for yourself.
Barnaby, this is Ellie Beck. This is Mr. Barnaby Jones.
Hello.
Mr. McKnight tells me that you were here when Jeff was kidnapped.
Yes, well, I went out for a swim, and the next thing I knew, Jeff was getting in a car with this man.
I understand you were some distance away. How did you know it was a man?
Well, it was a man who called later, so, I guess I just assumed.
That's a natural assumption, but there could have been more than one person involved.
The first phone call came in last night at 10:45, just before I got here. This is the second call. It came in at 8:04 this morning.
Hello? You got the money? It's on the way. Okay. You gonna make the drop?
No, a close friend. His name is Paul.
I'm Paul. I want to know that Jeff is all right. Paul, it's Jeff. I'm okay. Tell Dad that...
Satisfied? Now remember, if you show up with the cops, you better also bring a coffin.
Dan, I still think you ought to bring the police in on this.
Barnaby, he's my son, and it's my money. There'll be time enough to call the police once I know Jeff is safe.
Well, calling the police is still the right thing to do, but if I were in your position, I might not be calling all the right shots either. Just in the event that somebody finds a case.
I'd better get moving.
Barnaby, I want you to go with Paul.
Hold on, Mr. McKnight. You pay me. It's my job.
It's my son's life. Barnaby, I want you to handle this personally. Now, please.
All right, Dan, but I want to get my associate Jedediah in on it.
Yeah, well, I'll get the car.
I think that Paul feels you don't have full confidence in him.
Barnaby, Jeff is all I've got. I can't afford the luxury of being fair.
Betty, let me talk to Jedediah.
He told the boss there'd be a red shirt in front of the shack.
We're here, Jedediah. It's a shack about 50 yards up the north side of the hill.
Yeah, Barnaby, I see it. About 150 yards east of you. Almost on a level with the shack.
Stay loose in case this whole thing comes unglued. Well, they picked a good spot. It'd take a battalion of police to seal off this area.
Listen to me, Barnaby. I know as far as the boss is concerned, I'm just a glorified night watchman. But this is my show. I'm going up there.
Paul, you worked for me, what, 4, 5 years? So you know this isn't a case of ego. But when I take a job, it's my responsibility.
Then let's look at it strictly as professionals. I spoke to that creep up there on the phone. If somebody else turns up out of the blue, he might get edgy, trigger happy. Another thing, what happens if this whole deal is a scam set up by somebody Jeff knows? Somebody I might recognize.
Point's well taken. Okay, but don't you get trigger happy. Getting everybody out of here in one piece is all that matters right now.
Right, that's why I'm going in empty.
You out there? I've got the money here. Bring it up! Not until I see Jeff. See? Not a scratch on him.
You all right, Jeff?
Let's see it.
It's all here.
Put it on the bench.
Not until he's outside. Come on, you've got me. Let him go.
Out.
Go down to the car. Wait for me there.
Did it, Paul? We pulled it.
And they're not going to be able to trace any of it, Ed. We're home free.
Look at that. There's enough here for all of us. Hey, Paul, you better get back down there before they start.
Stay with him, Jedediah.
All right.
We gotta save Paul!
No, it's too late. There's nothing you can do.
I should have gone in. Should have been me, not Paul.
That policeman finished with his questions?
Just about. Oh, Jeff, this has been such a nightmare for you.
For all of us, I guess.
How you doing?
Okay. Look, Dad, I know that you and I have been having our problems lately. And, well, on top of everything else, I'm sorry that I had to put you through this.
You're home. And you're safe. Any problems we have will straighten themselves out.
I've got everything I need right now, but I'll be talking to all of you again soon.
Anytime you want, Lieutenant.
Paul Craig might still be alive if you'd taken Barnaby's advice and called us in earlier.
By the same token, it could have been Jeff who was killed. What time do you expect to be hearing from the sheriff's office?
They're still sifting around with the people from the fire department. It'll be a while before we get a report.
Paul just didn't have the experience to handle a thing like this.
Maybe you tried to be a hero, and maybe not. But in any case, it wasn't your fault, so let up on yourself, huh? Look, I'm gonna need a formal statement, but you don't have to come down to headquarters right away.
Thanks, John. There's something else I'm going to have to do first, and I'm not looking forward to it.
Oh, Barnaby. I love him so much.
I know, Joe.
And he was so fond of you. Every time Paul had to make some important decision about company security, he'd always say, "What would Barnaby do?"
If there was any way I could trade places with him right now,
If I could see him once more. If I could only tell him how sorry I am for distrusting him.
You distrusted Paul?
It was all so stupid. We were pressed for money, so he started working overtime. And what did I do? Instead of being understanding, I only thought about how lonely I was, and I lashed back, accusing him of spending all of those late hours with another woman. Can you imagine? And dinner that night was so lovely. Oh, why didn't I tell him then how sorry I am?
Jill, I'd like to take care of all the funeral arrangements and all.
Oh, thank you, Barnaby, but that won't be necessary. Paul took out another insurance policy about a month ago. A very large one. It'll pay for everything. There is one thing you can do, though.
Just name it.
Find out who did this terrible thing.
Yes?
Hi, baby. It's me.
Where have you been? I've been waiting for your call.
Well, I'm sorry. It's just Jeff insisted that I stay at the house, and this is the first chance I've had to get out. Now, did you call the contact about the new passport photos?
As soon as my hair's done. Everything all right on your end?
Oh, pretty much the way we expected, except for Barnaby Jones getting involved.
That's okay. Having him as a witness along with Jeff is a stroke of luck, really.
Well, if you say so. Hey! Do you really look 20 years younger like you said you would?
Why don't you come up here tonight and find out for yourself? It's just 20 minutes up the canyon.
Okay, now stop tempting me.
Come on, Ellie, I miss you.
Paul, now we've planned everything much too carefully. Do you really want to take a chance on messing it up now?
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, now come on, sweetheart. You know, once we get to Europe, I'm gonna make sure you're never lonely again.
Okay, but keep calling. I want to know what's happening.
I will. Bye-bye.
Give yourself a break, Barnaby. You didn't kill him.
Yeah, I just sat there while he took my place. The coroner come up with anything?
It was all he could do to make a positive identification. We had to get Paul's dental record to do that.
Ever given any thought to the possibility that this may have been an inside job?
Well, I'm always open to suggestion.
I'm following up a notion of Paul's that the kidnapper could be somebody he might have recognized. May I?
Yeah. Maybe that's why he got himself blown away.
I've been over checking the gate at McKnight's. Whoever it was took Jeff through. Didn't even make a scratch on the security lock mechanism. Hello, this is Barnaby Jones. I'd like to talk to Jeff. You check out the servants?
They've been with the family for years.
Jeff, in your statement to Lieutenant Biddle, you said that the kidnapper did not get out of the car until you got to the place where you were held.
That shack, right.
Well, what about going through the front gate? He would have had to get out of the car to open the gate unless he already had an electronic opening mechanism.
Well, like I said, he put some kind of blacked-out goggles on me. Couldn't see a thing. But no, I don't remember him ever getting out of the car.
One other thing, when he took the goggles off of you, did you get a look at the gun he was carrying?
Did I ever? More like a cannon. You know, one of those Magnum 38s.
Are you sure?
Positive.
Thanks, Jeff.
All right, Barnaby, I know you. You're onto something.
No more than 50, 60 grains, wouldn't you say? More like a 22, 25 caliber.
Pretty bad fire. Could have melted down some.
Couldn't have melted much, embedded in the body the way the medical report said. Magnum would have gone clear through. Puzzling, isn't it?
Isn't it?
Well, Jedediah, I want you to do something for me.
My, don't we look serious?
Hi, Ellie.
Hi.
You get all the things you wanted?
Mm-hmm. But I spent all of my money, and now I don't have a penny for your thoughts.
Oh, I was thinking about a phone call I just got from Barnaby Jones.
Anything important?
Yeah, if it's what it sounds like. I get the feeling he's beginning to think the kidnapper is someone close.
Investigators. Well, I suppose they have to look at every possibility.
It's hard to believe it'd be anybody here at the house. Maybe down at the plant.
Jeff, that's all behind you. Why don't we think about something else?
As a matter of fact, I was thinking about something else. Getting an apartment.
Moving away from your father? Oh, he's not going to like that.
I know, and it's going to be even tougher to break away after everything that's happened. But I thought if I could talk to him and make him understand...
Jeff, he's never going to understand. You're all he's got. He'll cut you off. And let me tell you something. It's awful cold out there when you're just scrounging around for enough money to pay the rent. I know.
We get by. I know we can.
We?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You and me with a place of our own.
Jeff, you know how I feel about you, but I'm not interested in that kind of arrangement.
Well, I thought maybe, you know, if it worked out.
Jeff, let's stop kidding ourselves. Let's talk about what is. Now, your father tolerates me, but he doesn't like me. And since it's always going to depend on his approval, why don't we just leave things the way they are, huh?
Barnaby, I was just about to call Betty again. I didn't think you got my message.
I was slowed in traffic. Which one is he?
Well, actually, I haven't done any asking around yet, but the dentist at the office said to look for a balding man next to a tall blonde.
Is that close enough?
I'd say that's close enough.
What about that item I asked you to check over at McKnight's personnel office?
Oh, yeah, right. Well, of all the security people who worked for McKnight Industries, just 3 of them have left in the past few months.
Get anything from the file?
Actually, it's what I didn't get that's more interesting, Barnaby. One of the files is unexplainably missing. Belonged to a guy named Ed Wilson.
No, just relax.
Good work, Jedediah.
Bring it back like that.
Dr. Prideman?
Yes. Yes, who are you?
My name is Barnaby Jones. I'm a private investigator, and Jedediah Jones.
Oh, my God. Well, this is Sandra, my dental technician. We're just out for a little innocent exercise. It's good for the heart, you know. I've been having a little trouble lately.
Yes, a little exercise and moderation is good for keeping the heart going. I wanted to ask you something about an old patient of yours, Paul Craig.
Oh, a patient? Oh. Well, who is Paul Craig?
Don't you remember? He was the one that was killed. I had to give the police his dental records this morning.
Oh, that Paul Craig. Yes, but I'm sorry I don't remember. Names, faces, it's terrible with me.
I remember Mr. Craig very well. Kind of cute with a mustache.
Mustache?
He was my first root canal.
Root canal. You sure?
Oh, now I remember. Mustaches, lower right bicuspid, the one you said was so good looking. So good looking, huh?
There you go again, getting jealous.
No, not. Oh, mustaches and beards turn her on.
Dr. Prideman, there's something else I wanted to ask you about. Have you been broken into lately?
About 3 weeks ago. How did you know?
Just a guess. Anything disturbed?
Well, only the drug cabinet. Junkies, you know. They really should do something about that. It's terrible. Would you excuse me? Hey, beards and mustache. How about a bite of lunch? Excuse me.
Barnaby, what's the matter?
I don't want to believe it.
Believe what?
Paul is still alive.
Oh, come on, that's impossible. We were there.
No, Paul didn't die in that flaming shack. There's too much that didn't match up. First the inside job, and the size of the bullet. Now this root canal.
Wait a minute, I don't understand what a root canal has to do with it.
I had to look at some x-ray pictures. They're supposed to have been Paul's. No root canal. Somebody switched them.
Ah, that's why you asked about the break-in at Dr. Prideman's office.
They weren't Paul's, but they did match the body that was burned.
Well, if that's true, then they must have come from the missing file at McKnight's personnel office, Ed Wilson's file.
I think Paul killed him. Nice view.
Like they say, on a clear day, you can see the Catalina.
Beyond that, China. I understand when you were about 12, you tried to swim there once. How far'd you get?
Not very far. I got caught in a riptide. Almost drowned.
Is that why you don't like swimming anymore?
My father tell you that, too?
Yes, and I was wondering, you and Ellie came out for a swim just before you were kidnapped.
Not me. Ellie. She loves swimming.
You're a very pretty girl. She from around here?
Down at the beach. She took one of those little bungalows about a month ago.
Then you haven't known each other very long.
Long enough to know that she's a wonderful person. Fun to be with. And on top of that, a very talented artist.
Painter?
No, jewelry.
Ellie designed that?
And made it, too. There she was, selling this stuff out of a cardboard box near the place where we keep our boat.
Well, I can see you've found yourself quite a girl.
I wish I could convince my father of that. Just because he once got burned by a woman who was after his money, he thinks that they all are.
Yes, fathers are sometimes overprotective, thick-headed, and thoroughly unreasonable. But when you get to be a father, you'll probably call it love. See you later.
Mr.
Hi, Ellie.
Jones? Oh, now, what were you two talking about?
Oh, mostly about you.
Sure I can't get you anything else? I have some cold roast beef my neighbors brought in.
Oh, no, thank you, Jill. This will do me just fine.
You said there was reason to suspect that it was an inside job. Are you saying that Paul knew the man who killed him?
Well, right now, there are a lot of unanswered questions that I am attempting to piece together. That's the reason I have to know what Paul has been into for the last few months? Any new friends he may have made that you can think of?
I don't know how I can help you there. Our life was pretty much routine.
Jill, when you said that you suspected Paul was seeing another woman...
Barnaby, I told you I was just being stupid.
I know, but at the time and now, I seem to sense that there might be some truth in this.
Some more cookies?
No, thank you. Jill, you can throw me out of here anytime you want to, but I think it's important that we determine whether Paul was involved with someone.
No, Barnaby, I honestly don't know. I will admit, though, I really did suspect it.
Just because he took to coming home late, or were there other reasons?
That and the change that seemed to come over him. His coldness towards me. Starting to wear his hair longer. Buying mod jewelry, new clothes.
Mod jewelry?
Oh, you know, gold bracelets, necklaces, all the younger men are wearing. I mean, we really didn't have the money for that kind of thing.
There was only a signet ring and a watch found in the fire. Is there any of this other jewelry around?
Yeah, on the dresser. I'll go get it. It's all here.
I know, yeah. It's incredible that it even worked for him. I don't know. Barnaby, we ran a check on Ed Wilson, and it paid off.
Paul Craig hired him to do some security work at one of the McKnight plants about 3 months ago.
It's a little strange. He did have a police record in 3 states.
And then he fired him over some minor discipline matter a couple of weeks ago.
I guess it was by mutual consent.
Now, he lives alone, no close relatives, and his landlady has not seen him for several days.
And probably never will again. You have a physical description of Wilson?
Yeah, it should be right.
How about weight, 160 pounds, height 6 feet, age 35 to 40?
I see you've added clairvoyance to your bag of tricks.
Might have to someday. That also happens to be a description of Craig.
Ah, Paul hires somebody who fits his general description, knowing that he has a police record.
And knowing he's the kind of man that could be persuaded to go along with the kidnapping scheme.
But forgot to tell him he was expendable.
Premeditated murder. It's really hard to believe of Paul.
Yeah, I had difficulty believing it myself, but it also well planned. What else could it be?
You've got to admit it's ingenious, Barnaby. Everyone thinks that Paul is dead, and if the police are looking for anybody, it's Ed Wilson.
Why would he do it?
2 of the oldest reasons in the world. Greed and passion.
Another woman?
Yes. One pretty enough to make Paul Craig wager everything on one reckless turn of the wheel, and yet clever enough to set up Jeff.
Where are you going?
Where else? To keep an eye on the clever and very pretty Ellie Beck.
Where else?
Paul, I don't like it. He's asking too many questions.
What kind of questions?
About me. Look, I don't know what he's up to, but Jeff says he suspects someone who used to work for his father.
That'd be Wilson, I think.
Then why is he still poking around?
Barnaby's a very thorough professional. Let me think. Maybe we should just take the money and leave tonight.
Paul, you don't have your passport yet. Look, we have come too far and we have planned this thing too thoroughly to let anyone stand in our way. Now, no one has any evidence against us. It's only Barnaby's suspicion. Paul, you know what we have to do.
Barnaby? He's a friend.
Well, what about me? What about us?
All right. I'll take care of it.
All right. Bye.
Well, I understand, but oh, could you hold for just a second, please? Thank you.
Did Jedediah check in yet?
About half hour ago. He said Ellie went out to make a call. He tried to trace it, but it was local.
If that was to Paul, means she's still hanging close.
Mm-hmm. Oh, J.R. picked her up back at the McKnight place. Barnaby, do you know a Floyd Johnson? He's holding. He insists on speaking to you personally.
What does he want?
I don't know. Either he's been drinking or he doesn't have any teeth, or both.
Barnaby Jones.
The name's Floyd Johnson. Your card here says reward. Is that true?
Where did you find it?
In this empty briefcase that was stuffed into a garbage can. Mighty fine-looking case, too. Bet a fella could get a nice, tidy sum for it.
Does $20 sound fair to you?
More than generous, yes, sir.
Where are you?
Over Mason Canyon and Sand Canyon Road meet in a telephone booth. I'll be waiting for you.
I did like you told me, right?
You did real good. It's going to be a great practical joke. Here's 40.
Gee, thanks, mister.
Don't drink it all in one place.
Well, this has to be it.
Yeah, but no sign of Mr. Floyd Johnson.
There's a note on the door. I bet he got thirsty waiting.
Eddie, get back.
What is it, Barnaby?
I don't know, but it's my guess that Mr. Johnson's celebrating would come after the reward.
Oh, good grief. My knees are like rubber. Barnaby, that had to be Paul.
He must be getting desperate to try a thing like this.
Ellie! Ellie, wait! Ellie!
What's this? Where are you going?
Well, I'm going back to my place. Didn't you get my note? Jeff, now you know I can't be a house guest forever.
Listen, I just had a heart-to-heart with Dad. And guess what?
What?
He agreed.
Agreed. He agreed to what?
Ellie, marry me.
Marry you? Your father said it was all right?
No, I said it was all right. Fantastically all right. He only agreed.
Oh, but Jeff, you're going back to graduate school. You don't have any money of your own. How are we going to live?
Well, it won't be shabby, I can tell you that.
Oh, no, Jeff. Not in this house, not under your father's nose.
Of course not. There's a trust fund. I told you that my mother left me.
Oh, well, that's just a few stocks and bonds, and you said you weren't going to get that until you're 30.
Well, since you're going to be my wife and partner for the rest of our lives, I guess I have to own up about that. Those stocks and bonds come to, now hold on to your hat, about $1.7 million. Give or take a little interest.
You're going to have all that money?
Not going to have. Have as a wedding gift from Dad.
As executor, he's cutting loose the fund on the day that we're married.
Oh. Oh. Jeff?
Damn. See, that's the reason I never told you before how much was in the fund. I mean, I'm not trying to buy you, Ellie.
I know that, Jeff. I do.
Well, then answer the question, lady. Will you marry me?
Yes. I mean, of course I will, Jeff.
When he learns the truth about why I went along with this Barnaby, it's gonna tear him up. I just hope he doesn't hate me.
From what I already know about you and about him, I think you already know the answer to that one.
Oh, Paul, you look so different.
What are you doing?
I gotta talk to you.
This is it.
Give me a hand.
Wait a minute, run that by me again. I'm going it alone, I can keep all the ransom money? And what's that supposed to mean?
Don't you see? It's a beautiful deal for both of us. You get to keep the money, and I get Jeff.
What do you mean, you and Jeff?
Well, I'm gonna have to marry him. That way, I get his trust fund, and when the old man dies, everything.
What about us? I did this all for us because you said you loved me and I loved you.
Paul, I do love you. I'll always love you, but things change.
This is crazy.
I would have called it practical.
I gave up everything. My wife, my home, everything for you.
I'm leaving.
No, Ellie. You're mine. And that's the way it's going to be. I'm going to kill Jeff to keep you. Understand?
Yes, I do understand. I thought you were going to be more reasonable. I'd see that's impossible.
Ellie, put the gun down.
Why? Paul Craig died in that fire. And when Ed Wilson is dead, I'm going to have nothing more to worry about.
Take it easy. I don't think you're going to have to worry about being late for the wedding.
You're not going anywhere.
I'm sorry it had to be like this, Barnaby.
So am I.
Can we talk?
I'm afraid everything's been said. Now drop it and step aside.
Barnaby, don't make me kill you.
You'll never make it. I know, Paul. I figured your heart wasn't in it when you missed me back there on the road. Now, put it down. This thing's gone far enough. Try not to be too hard on your father, Jeff. He didn't like the idea, but he went along with it for your sake.
It's myself I'm teed off at. Letting her play me for such a jerk. I gotta get away for a while. Maybe go down to Baja on the boat.
Got an extra bunk? Somebody to help you with the sales?
You go with me.
All the way, Jeff. All the way. You only live once, isn't that right, Barnaby?
And if you do it right, Once is enough.
Barnaby Jones, a Quinn Martin production. Starring Buddy Ebsen. Also starring Lee Merriweather. Mark Shera. With guest stars Karen Purcell, Biff McGuire, Mark Goddard, John Carlin. Tonight's episode, A Frame for Murder.
I give you a 10 on your choice of restaurant. Dinner was delicious.
Wait till you see what I have in mind for dessert. I'll be gentle with you.
Drew, my dear, it's a little like dancing, see? You gotta let me lead once in a while, you know what I mean?
Your tempo's dragging, JR.
You see, it takes time to build a relationship. You gotta let it happen. Don't push it.
JR, if I hadn't pushed, we wouldn't be seeing each other tonight.
Now, that's not true. I was gonna call, I really was, but I just don't think it's good policy to turn a business contact into a social relationship.
Oh, come on. My father's hiring you, and Barnaby doesn't have anything to do with you and me. Except I'm glad that he did.
Me too. Except how about a little slower on the curves, hmm?
Oh, I'm glad you noticed.
Listen, if you're interested, I can find my own way home.
Pass. I'm going home with you.
Got yourself a deal. Let me call Barnaby first. I think we might have an early call in the morning.
Promise you'll come back?
I promise.
Waitress? Thank you.
Hi.
Sorry. It's by invitation only.
I thought I got mine.
Eyes are the first thing to go with age, aren't they?
Age. That's for clocks and calendars to worry about. Shouldn't concern two people who find each other attractive.
In this instance, it doesn't. Believe me.
Aren't you gonna tell me your name?
Of course. It's Mrs. J.R. Jones.
My compliments to Mr. Jones. Have a pleasant evening.
I will.
Miss me?
J.R., how do I know you weren't calling some other girl?
You don't. In fact, we have to go. I can't keep her waiting all night. Waitress? Check, please.
It's been taken care of.
What?
Well, you're working, going to law school. I can afford it, so I paid it.
Drew, When I take a girl to dinner, I take a girl to dinner. I don't care if her father does own a bank.
He owns a savings and loan. And don't be such a nerd. If I didn't like you, I wouldn't to dinner.
I feel like a kept man.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I'll get used to you.
If you don't, it certainly won't be my fault. You're young. Missing a little sleep won't hurt your health.
Now, Barnaby and I have got to drive to Santa Barbara in the morning at 6:30.
You'll be home by then. I bet a little nightcap.
I'd love to. Really. Thank you. But either you or the drinks have made me dizzy. I've even got a headache.
There's a twist. A man with a headache.
Good night.
And it was.
I'll call.
You don't have to. Times are changing. I'll call you.
See ya.
That's him. He brought me home and then he wouldn't leave. And then he forced me. He raped me.
All right, on your feet, mister.
Wait a minute. No, I don't even know this woman. Wait a minute.
He raped me. And when he fell asleep, then I slipped out. I was afraid he'd wake up.
Listen to me, please. This woman is lying. I'm a private investigator. I can prove it.
And you have the right to remain silent.
Oh, you don't have to read me my rights.
Be used against you in court. You have the right to a lawyer or to have him present during any question at any time.
Will you let me up? Will you let me talk?
Understanding these rights, you're willing to give up your rights to have a lawyer present at this time and talk to us now?
Daddy! Hi, Dad.
Oh, I do. How was your date last night?
Uneventful, I'm sorry to say.
Really?
Yeah, I was home by 11. Why?
I had some rather disturbing news this morning. Pete Hayward was down at the police headquarters running a record check on a new teller we hired.
That's exciting.
He saw JR there.
That's impossible. JR's in Santa Barbara today.
He's in jail, Drew. Under arrest for rape.
Pete Hayward said that? He may be a good attorney, but he has a lousy sense of humor.
There's no mistake. Pete checked it out. There are witnesses. It's very serious.
No, Daddy, that can't be. JR was with me last night.
Maybe so. But later on, he was at a bar called The Stop.
What's taking so long? I posted bail over an hour ago.
Central Jail doesn't have a VIP section, Barnaby. JR just has to wait his turn.
Jedediah doesn't belong in that jail, and you know it.
What can I do? I'm a police lieutenant. We got a woman who claims JR raped her.
Who is she? It isn't like Jedediah to go bar hopping. He had a date last night.
Barnaby, at this point, you know as much about this case as I do. I've got a detective in the field. Wait a minute. She should have some answers. Sharon, come in a minute.
Sure.
Sergeant Marsh, Barnaby Jones.
Oh, hello.
Sergeant?
Sharon, please.
Sharon, Barnaby is an associate of J.R. Jones.
Jedediah Jones, our suspect?
I'd hope by now you discovered it was a case of mistaken identity. Jedediah is not a rapist.
Well, it doesn't seem to be a mistake, Mr. Jones. The girl was examined by a doctor, and he confirms that she was with a man last night.
I think you'll find that the girl is lying if she says Jedediah is the man.
Well, there are other witnesses, Mr. Jones, the bartender and another waitress at the bar where the girl works. They claim your friend was in last night and that at closing time they saw him leave with her.
Jedediah, you all right?
Barnaby, I don't know what hit me. Last I remember, I was on my way home from Drew's house.
Mr. Jones, I must warn you that anything you say in front of me may be used against you.
Oh, come on. I was set up. I think somebody must have drugged me.
JR, she's serious.
So am I.
Come on, let's get you cleaned up.
Barnaby, I'm sorry. Sergeant, how strong is this case?
Judging from the evidence we have so far, Lieutenant, he did rape her.
Well?
There are minute traces of barbiturates in your blood.
You see, I was drugged.
That doesn't prove it wasn't voluntary.
Oh, come on, Barnaby. You know me better than that.
It's in your blood. It's going to take more than a character reference from me to prove how it got there. We've got to find out who got to you and why.
Well, that's why I've been going over all the recent cases we've been handling. I thought maybe I could find a grudge motive or revenge, something.
Nothing?
Nothing. I've gone back 6 months. I don't have any court appearances pending. I'm not working on any current cases. If there's something here, Barnaby, I just can't find it. What about Betty? Did she check the restaurant?
Yes, the hostess remembers seeing you and Drew last night. She saw nothing unusual.
What about the coffee cups?
All the dishes have been washed. Any evidence of drugs is gone. Whoever's behind this frame did a lot of homework.
Do you know what's going to happen if they find out about this at school? You're gonna see one terrific law career right down the tubes. It doesn't matter that there's no truth to it.
Now, Jedediah, take it easy. Lies have a way of curling up at the edges. Time is working in our favor. Your preliminary trial doesn't come up for 10 days.
10 days, Barnaby? I don't want this thing hanging over me for 10 days.
Wish I didn't have to go to Santa Barbara.
Look, it's all right. Go to Santa Barbara. I'll just keep digging through these, and I'm sure I can find the root of it somewhere in here.
All right, Jedediah, if you come up with anything, don't do anything till Betty and I get back. Probably won't be more than one night. It's a simple case of employee theft. Keep a low profile.
What else can I do?
We'll be in touch.
Hi, can I talk to you?
You keep away from me. Harry! Harry!
You got guts coming back here, mister, after what you've done.
Who are you people? I've never been in here before.
I suppose you don't know Connie either, huh?
No, I don't.
I don't know what you're after, buddy, but it ain't gonna work. So get out.
Will you listen to me a second?
Kathy, call the police.
Rapist!
Mr. Barber, is Drew in?
JR, I want you to know that I'm fully aware of your situation.
Word certainly gets around, doesn't it? Especially that kind of word. Mr. Barber, I can explain.
Well, I'm sure that you can, JR. I'd hate to think that my judgment of you had been that far off.
Well, thank you for your vote of confidence, sir.
I was very impressed with you, the way you and Barnaby were able to identify the extortionist for me. Grateful, you might say. Even a youthful mistake like that extortionist threatened to expose could be very damaging to a man in my position.
Well, a charge of rape isn't exactly going to help my career either.
Of course, rape is a lot different from my crime of joyriding in someone's car without their permission. That's why I hope you'll have the good taste not to come around anymore until this situation is cleared up.
I thought you understood.
I'm willing to give you the benefit of the doubt, JR. But until there is no doubt, I don't want you trying to see Drew.
Daddy, I think I'm old enough to make up my own mind about that.
Drew, can we talk? It's important.
Daddy, please, give us a minute. JR, I don't want to believe it. I don't believe it. But how could it happen?
I was set up. That's how it happened. Now, I don't know why yet, but you remember last night, my headache?
Yeah?
Well, after I left, it got worse. And then on my way home, I passed out. I woke up this morning in a strange bedroom. A girl walks in with 2 policemen.
A girl? And you don't know her?
Drew, I never saw her before in my life. Now, I was drugged, and Barnaby has the proof.
Drugged? But when? How?
How? I've been over every moment of last night in my mind. The only time it could possibly have happened is when I left the table to make a phone call.
It's not the waitress. I know her.
Well, was there anybody else? Did somebody come near the table?
The man, the one at the bar?
What do you mean, Mr. Cool with the eyes?
Yeah. He stopped by and wanted to know my name. But I got rid of him right away.
Well, it'll only take a little while. I dropped something in my coffee. Do you know who he is?
I never seen him before.
Well, he's got to be the one.
JR, Daddy said that there were witnesses. How could that be?
They were bought and paid for, Drew. They would have to be. There's no truth to the charge.
JR, I have a confession to make. When I first heard about it, for a minute, I thought...
What, Drew? You thought what?
I said to myself, Drew, for 3 weeks now, you've been throwing yourself at him, and he hasn't been interested. And I said, well, it would certainly explain things if maybe he liked his women to resist. Even to fight.
Or is that still a question, Drew? You still wondering that?
Does that answer it?
Yeah. I'll see you later, okay?
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to move.
That's all right, honey. Drew, I've never interfered in your life before, but I'm sorry. This is different.
I know, Daddy. But it's all right. I think he's innocent.
I admire your loyalty. I know your mother would have liked that. But I also admire Pete Haywood's legal mind, and he seems to think the case against J.R. is airtight.
I should think you'd have some loyalty for JR, too. After all, he saved you from that extortionist.
Well, no, not really, honey. The fact of the matter is all he did was identify the man. Even before the police could pick him up, he turned up dead in Cleveland, I think it was. Oh, my only loyalty is to you. I just don't want to see you get hurt.
Ticket? No, no ticket. I'm looking for a guy who was here last night. Bartender says you have a fantastic memory.
You the police?
No, I'm a private investigator.
Oh, yeah. One of those $200 a day plus expenses dudes, huh?
Well...
Hey, that's cool. Look here, you know, my fantastic memory for cars and faces. See, I don't put the two together. I don't get no tip. Dig?
I dig. I definitely dig. All right, well, let's just check your fantastic memory here first. Guy was about 40, 45 years old, good-looking, dark hair, beige jacket, dark...
Got him. Green Mark 5.
Well, I think you can do a little better than that.
Well, what do you want, man? His zip code?
No, I want his license number.
Okay. Ta-da! And the winner is? Andy Jackson. You got some nice friends, man.
There's 3 numbers here, only.
Well, when you park them, all you go by is the numbers.
Oh, right, yeah. Well, thank you very much.
Yeah, that's all right. Thanks, man. Anytime, and come back and bring your friend.
Sure thing. Yeah, Lieutenant John Biddle, please.
With just 3 numbers to work with, the computer could only narrow it down to 6 possibilities. You'll have to run them down yourself.
Oh, Lieutenant, thank you. Barnaby is really going to appreciate this.
What kind of case is he working on?
Insurance, hit and run.
Yeah, well, good luck with it.
Thank you.
Oh, maybe you'd better wait a minute. I didn't know Jones was here with you. I was just coming in to talk to you about him.
Well?
The bartender from that place called the Stop Call, he said Jones was in again, harassing another waitress.
Now, wait a minute.
You went there?
I wanted answers. I wasn't harassing anybody.
I don't care what you weren't doing. I didn't think it was necessary to warn you to stay away from witnesses.
I'm going to ask the judge to revoke his bail, Lieutenant.
Let me handle this, Sergeant. JR, if it was anybody else, they'd be in jail right now. So I'm not suggesting you stay away from those people. I'm telling you.
Look at that engine. Clean as a cat's whisker, inside and out. We completely reconditioned each and every one of our cars. You folks take your time. Check out the interior. I'll be right back. And how would you like to drive away in something today?
I wouldn't. I'd like some straight answers.
Straight answers and straight deals. That's why I'm here.
All right, let's talk about the car you drove to the Windrigger restaurant last night.
You sure you don't have me confused with someone else?
Oh, you were there. I saw you myself.
Yeah, I go there once in a while. So?
So you came over to my table and you dropped something in my coffee.
I what? You got the wrong man, buddy.
I got the right man, buddy. And you're gonna tell me who put you up to it, or you're gonna tell the police. Now, you pick it.
Look, I can straighten all this out, but I can't talk now. These people are ready to deal. I gotta make a living, you know?
Oh, you mean they only pay minimum wage for drugging people?
Look, give me a break, will you? I got 2 ex-wives and 4 kids. Just let me write this deal up, and I'll fill you in on everything.
You got 10 minutes.
I think you made a very good choice. Have a seat. Here's a credit application. I'll have you out of here in no time. Listen, I have to make a call. Will you excuse me? Listen, Stoney. Jones is here. I don't know how he found me, but he's convinced I'm the one who drugged him. Listen, he's threatening on taking me to the police.
All right, Tony, now calm down, calm down. Jones may be going to the police, but you have my word he's not going to take you with him. Now, I need some time. See if you can stall him.
Hold your horses. Yeah, what is it? Oh, hello. Yeah, well, that doesn't give me very much time. Okay, you don't have to twist my arm. I'll be there. Don't worry about it.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate everything. Bye-bye. Not here, okay?
No, keep away. Please, don't.
What are you doing?
Please. No, don't touch me.
What are you
please.
doing?
Somebody help me.
Listen to me.
This man is a rapist. Stay away. No. Help. Stay away. No.
Listen to me.
Leave me alone.
Hey, buddy. I got the license number.
Barnaby Jones.
Barnaby, I'm glad I got you.
Jedediah, where are you?
I'm in a lot of trouble. That's where I am. They just set me up again.
Yes, I know. I just talked to Lieutenant Biddle. They revoked your bail. They're looking for you. You better come in.
Barnaby, I can't do that. Now, if I turn myself in now, I won't have a chance. Besides, I was just getting close to something.
Close to what?
I found the guy who drugged me. His name is Tony Klinger. He runs a used car lot on South Roberts. Would you do me a favor and have Betty check him out? It's Klinger with a K.
All right. I put off the Santa Barbara case. You come in, and we'll take this to Lieutenant Biddle.
Barnaby, I wish I could, but this frame fits too tight. The only way I'm going to break it is if I keep on pushing.
You're worse than a Missouri mule.
Barnaby, I have to call you in the morning, okay? I'll talk to you.
Johnny, what are you doing here?
What am I doing?
I thought we were going to meet at the hotel.
Long flight. I didn't feel like waiting. Wow, what a layout.
Hello, Mr. Albin, isn't it?
Yeah. Hello, honey.
I thought you were asleep, Drew.
Couldn't. Just getting a book. Good night.
Good night.
Sweet girl.
Come on, get in the study.
Hey, what's so urgent anyway? I was just beginning to enjoy Miami sun.
My daughter's the problem.
Huh?
She's dating a young man by the name of J.R. Jones.
Jones, huh? Like in Barnaby Jones? How's that a problem?
There wouldn't be any problem if she didn't know your name.
She knows I'm the candy man?
No. But you wouldn't even know that you were Johnny Album if you hadn't introduced yourself to her when you were here last month.
Hey, now, I was 3,000 miles from home having a nice business lunch with my banker friend at his club. In walks this cute chick. Now, how'd I know she was your kid, huh? Anyway, how's she gonna make me as a hitman?
She isn't. But J.R. Jones will. All Drew has to do is mention your name. He knows that Johnny Albin and the Candyman are one and the same.
And Jones knows the Candyman hit that shakedown artist who was squeezing you.
Doesn't matter if she killed that cheap punk in Cleveland. All he has to know is that you and I had a meeting. And let me tell you something. If Barnaby Jones gets a hold of this, he's going to keep digging until he finds out who I really am. Then he'll know that that extortionist had a lot more on me than juvenile car theft. And he'll also know that I hired you to shut him up.
Well, looks to me all you gotta do is keep your kid away from this rent-a-cop.
You think I haven't tried? I even set up a frame. Hired an associate of mine from the old days that's living here now. But that only partially worked. They identified him. No, they're getting too close to me.
All right. I got the picture. Jones Bird has to go. Where is he?
Well, he's on the run, but I've got my feelers out. Shouldn't be too long.
Need a good second baseman for your team?
JR. You look like you belong in left field.
I had these in my trunk. Tried going back to my apartment, but Sergeant Marsh was there with 2 blue suits. That woman just does not like me.
Oh, here, honey, have some coffee.
Yeah. Thank you very much, but the last time I had coffee in a restaurant, you know the story.
Jedediah, we've been burning some midnight oil, and we've come up with some interesting facts.
Barnaby, excuse me. Are you going to finish that?
No, go right ahead.
I'm sorry.
It seems that Tony Klinger, who's also known as Tony Becker, has an extensive criminal record in Cleveland.
Cleveland? That's where the Mason Barber extortionist was killed. What do you think, there was a connection?
The thought did occur.
Klinger had an associate named Art Jacobs in Cleveland. The 2 of them disappeared about 20 years ago.
They were loan sharks.
The word is that they came west, laundered their money, and turned legitimate. Now, it's just possible that Art Jacobs and Mason Barber are the same man.
Wait a minute. If the extortionist knew that, then it could have been Mason Barber himself who hired the Candyman to kill him after we identified him.
Why not? Barber was off the hook. The books were closed.
Except that you continue to see his daughter.
But that's no reason to frame J.R.
I will never believe that Drew has anything to do with it.
She did keep you on the scene.
There's got to be more to it than that.
Maybe, Jedediah, but before we find out what it is, things may get rough. And I think this is a good time to surrender you to Biddle.
Barnaby, what if we're wrong about all of this? I'm left facing a charge of rape.
Jedediah, let me ask you something. What kind of a lawyer do you expect to become if you don't trust the system?
That's a good question, Barnaby. Maybe it's just that it's easier to have faith with somebody else's neck in the ringer. I don't know. But I do know that right now, my chances are a lot better if I just stay free.
Barnaby,
Well, I really do hate to eat and run.
Stay in touch.
You bet.
Hey, great shot, Drew. That's dynamite. Dynamite. Nice game. Okay.
Thanks.
Thanks, God. Enjoy it. Thank you. Okay. Nice game.
Excuse me.
Sure.
JR, how'd you find me here?
That's not important. Where can we
Drew?
talk?
It's all right, Pete. He's a friend.
I know who he is, and as your father's attorney, I must caution you about even talking to him.
Look, mister, why don't you just butt out?
Because you're an accused rapist, Jones, and you're wanted for jumping bail. Call the security guard.
Are you going to come with me?
She's not going anywhere.
JR!
Any luck?
Let's talk about your luck first. Could be running out, you know. You know what could happen if some dedicated officer like, say, Sergeant Marsh should find you're harboring a fugitive?
I don't know where Jedediah is, John, if that's what you're thinking.
You want to tell me he hasn't been in touch with you?
Nope.
It's dangerous ground, Barnaby. You could lose your license.
Sometimes, John, you have to go out in the rain anyway, even if you know you might catch pneumonia.
All we had was Barber's thumbprint on his driver's license application. I ran him through NCIC for a record check. I got a hit. Got a match and an AKA.
Art Jacobs.
Art Jacobs, Mason Barber, one and the same.
Grand theft, conspiracy, burglary, extortion. That's quite a story for the head of Barber Savings and Loan. Any luck with the Candyman?
I'm still waiting.
Thank you, John.
Barnaby, don't forget your umbrella.
Hello?
Drew, it's JR.
JR, where are you?
I have to see you.
JR, I'm sorry. I didn't know what to do. Peter's daddy's attorney.
All right, it's okay. I understand. Now, is your father there?
No, he's still at the office.
I don't want him to know that you're going to see me.
JR, I don't know that I can see you. I don't know what to do, who to believe. Pete says...
Drew, listen to me.
He says you attacked the girl again, and now your bail's been revoked.
Drew, they're lies. Now, you know me. Will you just trust me, please?
JR, I want to. I really want to.
Drew! Drew, are you home?
JR, it's my father. Just a minute. I'm on the phone, Dad.
All right, hon.
It's all right, JR.
Just follow College Drive until you see the sign that says Randolph Canyon.
Where will you be?
I'll find you. Just drive until you see me.
JR?
Yes.
I do care. You know that, don't you? I was just confused. I know you haven't done anything.
Well, thanks. That's nice to hear.
I'll see you in a few minutes.
Okay, I'll be waiting. Goodbye.
Johnny? That item we were waiting for. It just turned up.
Barnaby Jones.
Barnaby, I have been calling and calling.
Jedediah, I just came from Lieutenant Biddle. Where are you?
I'm in Randolph Canyon. Drew is on her way up here, and I'm hoping to get some answers.
I wanted you to wait until I got an answer from a call I made to Cleveland.
Barnaby, I don't have time. There's cops breathing down my neck. What'd you find out?
We traced Barber's phone record. He made several calls to Cleveland just before the extortionist was found dead. Some of them traced to Johnny Albin.
Johnny Albin? The Candy Man?
That's right. Cleveland told us he was last seen in Miami. We called Miami, and airport security said that he had bought a ticket to Los Angeles yesterday.
What do you mean, he's here in town?
That's right, and I'm worried about you, Jedediah.
Look, nobody knows where I am, but I've got to wait till Drew gets here, then I'll come in. I'll see you later. Goodbye.
Lieutenant Biddle.
Yeah, I hear you. Randolph Canyon. What the hell's he doing out there? Okay, Barnaby, thanks.
Lieutenant, this report from Burbank PD, it's...
Still want J.R. Jones?
Oh, do farmers want rain?
Well, then powder your nose, Sergeant. Let's go to work.
Well, that certainly didn't take very long.
Hold it right there, kid. Let's take a walk, huh?
Look, what is this? I don't even know you, either of you.
That's the way we'll keep it. All right, move. Out of the car.
No, my job was just to take you here.
I got a feeling I'm not going to be the only one taking a walk. He doesn't want any witnesses.
Shut up. Out of the car.
Mr. Albin, I swear I won't tell anyone. Please.
Albin. Johnny Albin, the Candy Man.
Detected right to the wire, huh, kid?
The hit in Cleveland. Mason Barber hired you. What did Drew know about it? Just your name, right?
Bet you're dying to know. Out of the car.
Please. I won't tell anyone. Oh, God, please. No! No!
Where are they?
I'm sorry. I swear I didn't know it was going to happen this way.
Albin! Let him up, Jedediah.
I'm just beginning to enjoy myself, Barnaby.
Come on, get up.
You two all right?
Everything under control. Mr. Albin has decided to stay in California for a while.
Yeah, I think he's going to try a new profession, like making license plates.
Oh, I think we might be able to accommodate him.
We've got Connie Parks handcuffed to the car. I want her to be around when we arrest her boyfriend, Tony Klinger.
We have one more stop to make.
All right, let's go.
What in the name?
Didn't work, Mr. Barber.
Candyman Jim has been arrested, Barber. There's Lieutenant Biddle. You'll have to go with him.
Well, because of some cheap punk extortionist.
I must warn you, Barber, anything you say can be used against you.
JR, Daddy, somebody tell me what's going on.
Drew, you're going to hear some things about me now that I hope that you'd never find out. But if you can remember that I always love you, maybe it'll make it easier.
Daddy, what is it?
Let's get out of here.
Jedediah, Drew's gonna need some help.
I know, Barnaby. I'll be in later.
Barnaby Jones, a Quinn Martin production, starring Buddy Ebsen, also starring Lee Merriweather, Mark Shera, with guest stars Penny Pizer, Charles Siebert, Dick DeCoit, Patricia Donahue, Christopher Norris. Tonight's episode, Stages of Fear.
You had your chance, so why are you waiting around? You knew well in advance my dreams were on a different side of the town. Maybe she's really more like your style. Settle down and retire your heart right now, because baby,
Carter, it feels good. It's alive.
It's getting there.
Oh, don't be so grumpy just because I had to push you into giving Sybil the part. She's come a long way since she joined your class 3 years ago.
Maybe. And I've learned never to argue with the lady who owns the theater.
You'll see. Friday night's opening is going to be a smash, and you'll be the one that's taking the vows for creating a new star.
Carter, I've got little enough to do in this scene without having Sybil constantly upstaging me like that.
Let's get one thing straight, June. I direct, you act, and we'll get along fine, all right? All right, Sybil, now you turn to June, not she to you, just like we've been rehearsing it.
I'm sorry, Carter.
All right, there's not much more we can do until we get the new actress for the part of Agnes, so let's put it to bed for tonight. Ben, I want to start with Act 2, 11 o'clock tomorrow morning, right after the Agnes audition.
Okay, everybody, you heard the man. Let's go.
Honey, look, you didn't upstage her that much. Don't let her get your goat, okay?
Excuse me, please. Sybil! Fantastic, baby. Really great.
That's very nice of you. Malcolm Elliott, David Douglas.
The agent from ICW, Sybil's been telling me a lot about you.
Look, I'm gonna go meet Rose Shaw for coffee. I'd like you to come and join us.
Oh, I'm sorry. David and I are going out for something.
Go ahead. Rose Shaw's a important casting agent. I'll see you tomorrow.
So sorry to dump you, my dear, but my career,
Knock it off.
Just coffee, okay?
I can't stay out too late.
Sybil, a few notes on Act One, if you don't mind.
Okay, I'll wait for you in my car. And Carter, thank you for letting me sit in on rehearsal.
I don't like outsiders watching my rehearsals, especially people I didn't invite.
I'm sorry, Carter. I guess I should have asked you first.
All right, come on over here. I want to give you a few notes.
Hi, Ben. I've got some wine chilling in the fridge.
Sounds great. I'll pick up some sandwiches. Meet you later. Gotta finish this first.
Okay.
All right, you're a high-class call girl, right? So this is your turf. You're in command here. So when you look the place over, you're not just peeking through somebody's parlor window. You act like you own the place. Got it?
I think so.
You better know so. And your singing's improving. Just don't let it go to your head.
Hey, who turned out the lights? Hello? Ben? Is that you? Carter?
Help me, Sybil! Please! I don't want to die! No, Sybil! I don't want to die! I'm drowning! I'm drowning!
Please stop!
Sybil? Sybil?
These gems alone must be worth a fortune.
This burglar had excellent taste. $200,000.
Here's the preliminary report from the Sacramento police.
Jedediah, looks like you and I be taking a quick trip up to Sacramento tomorrow.
Hi, can I help you?
Oh, excuse me.
For heaven's sakes.
Laura! Hello, darling.
What are you doing here?
I'm so sorry that I know I'm interrupting, but if I could just see you for a minute.
Of course, come on in. At last, you fellas get a chance to meet the gal who almost made me the star of the theater. College, of course. My first, last, and only drama coach, Laura Harding. This is Barnaby and J.R. Jones.
Very happy to meet you. We've heard a lot about you from Betty.
Thank you.
Is it true about Betty being as good as she always tells us she is?
Oh, she was my star pupil.
The defense rests.
Well, you two must have a lot to say to each other, so if you'll forgive us, we'll be on our way.
No, Mr. Jones, actually, it's you I came to see.
Why, Laura, are you in some kind of trouble?
Well, not personally, but it's my theater. Well, actually, it's an actress that's in the play that we're about to put on, Sybil Crawford. Well, she thinks that somebody's trying to harm her.
What way?
Well, a few days ago, apparently somebody broke into Sybil's house. She just recently come into a sizable inheritance, and the house was part of it. She told the police that she didn't see the intruder, but the incident, I mean, it nearly scared her half to death.
In my experience, that burglars usually try to avoid contact with their victims.
Well, after what happened last night, Sybil doesn't think it was a burglar.
What happened?
After rehearsals, a piece of scenery suddenly falls down from the grid right onto the stage. Just misses Sybil, but it almost killed the young man she was with.
Now you think that these two incidents are related?
Well, for all I know, Sybil may be blowing it all out of proportion. The thing is that she's got a show to do, and if something else happens to upset her, she may not be fit to go on. which would be a tragedy for her, but also for the future of my little theater.
Yes, well, the thing is that neither Jedediah or I will be available to look into this until we wrap up a burglary case we're working on. It'll be about a week or 10 days.
Barnaby, what about me? I mean, I could go over to Laura's theater and check things out, see if it's really necessary to hire a private investigator.
Well, that's fine with me. There won't be much for you to do around here anyway until we get back from Sacramento.
Great. Come on, Laura, you can fill me in on the way to the theater.
Oh, thank you very much, Mr. Jones. J.R.
I appreciate the visit, but aren't you supposed to be at rehearsal?
Malcolm, when you came back into the theater, are you sure you didn't hear anything? Like a rumbling sound?
You're going to start that again?
And you sure you didn't see a spotlight shining down from the booth?
Honey, they said the main electric fuse had blown out. How could there have been a spotlight?
I don't know.
Sybil, look. I'm counting on you making me a very rich agent after this town gets a load of you on Friday night, so you keep your mind on the play. Stop worrying about me. I'll be out of here in a day or two.
I can't help it. The rope holding that piece of scenery up didn't come loose by itself.
Well, it was dark. You were frightened. So you bumped into the rope and you accidentally loosened it, that's all. Now, you go. Get back to that theater.
Malcolm, I'm sorry.
Will you get out of here?
Thank you, Miss Burkhart. You're obviously very talented, but I'm afraid you're just a little too young for the role. Thanks anyway. Very nice. Very nice.
Laura, before you go introducing me to anyone, are you sure you want an investigator nosing about, upsetting your people when they have a show to put on?
Not to worry. I thought about that on the way over. Ben! Ben, have you found somebody for the replacement of Agnes yet?
Oh, some lemons and prunes, maybe one peach, but nobody quite fits the bill.
Oh, well, you must live right, Ben, because today is your lucky day. Because I have found somebody just right for the part of Agnes. Betty Jones.
You sing and dance?
Well, that was a long time ago. Laura, what are you doing?
Okay, just give your music to Duffy at the piano. Just one chorus and a time step.
Laura, will you stop him? He thinks you're serious.
Well, of course I'm serious. Don't you see it's perfect? I mean, you take a small part in the show, you get to ask all the questions you want to, and nobody's the wiser, get it?
Hurry it up, Miss Jones. Holding up rehearsals.
Come on, get up there.
Laura, you are out of your mind. I can't pull this.
I am not. You know you can do it.
I don't have any music.
Duffy can play anything. Just give him a key.
See?
Going into the casting business, Laura?
Well, we all have to pitch in and help, right? Come on, come on.
Do you know, Girl from Ipanema?
Terrific. Key of E.
Up! Tall and tan and young and handsome, the boy from Ipanema goes walking, and when he passes, each girl he passes goes, ay, ay. When he walks, he's like a samba. He swings so cool and sways so gentle that when he passes, each girl he passes goes, ooh. Psst, psst.
That's fine. Let's see how you did.
Where'd you find her? Around.
Ready to start?
Oh, okay, I'm coming.
Give me a minute, will you, sis? Got a problem?
Ben, every time you call me sis, every time you put on that long face...
I'll tell you what, I'll settle for half of what I need. $200?
What'd you lose it on this time? The ball game? The horses?
And no lectures, all right? Get the money back, that's a promise.
Yeah. Just like you promised to straighten out after I got Carter to give you this job.
Some job. I'm nothing more than a gopher.
But it could lead to other things, maybe even directing. But you'd rather spend your life gambling, wouldn't you?
I'm not asking for anything I don't have coming.
I'm always the heavy, aren't I, Ben?
Hey, you owe me, Sybil.
Hi, Sybil.
Oh, hi, Laura.
You're looking well. Are you feeling better?
Yes, yes.
Well, I'd like you to meet my friend, Betty Jones. She might be playing the part of Agnes.
Oh, I hope you get it. Good luck.
Thanks. From what Laura tells me, you certainly had your share of it. I mean, the starring part of Lydia.
I know, I keep pinching myself.
Miss Jones? I see Laura's given you a script. All right, you can keep that. We pay equity minimum. Welcome aboard.
Oh, well, thank you, Mr. Stone.
When Duffy's free, you get together with him and learn the song, all right?
All right.
All right, everybody, let's get it on.
Come on, Betty. I can't wait to show you the wardrobe. You're gonna love it.
Congratulations.
Oh, thanks.
All right, let's do it. No, hold it. Hold the curtain, Ben. Sybil.
Yes, Carter?
Sybil, that thing that's supposed to be around your neck, that boa, where is it?
I forgot it.
You know, she's never going to make it to Friday night, Carter. You'll see Sybil's going to flake out on us.
Leave it alone, June. She's had a rough night.
Oh, right. The so-called accident.
You were told to cool it, June, so cool it.
Sir Galahad is heard from. No, you never used to talk to me like that when I was your leading lady. Lover. Sybil, what is it?
What kind of sick, rotten joke is that?
Betty, this specimen of lipstick you brought me from Sybil's dressing room mirror, it's nothing unusual. It's the same type of base used in the manufacture of any number of lipsticks in this country. You track it down, get us nowhere.
An eye for an eye, you murderer, and Sybil says she doesn't know what that means?
Well, I think she does, but she's holding back for some reason.
Well, she's recovered enough to continue with the rehearsals. Anyone staying with her?
I believe she's having a romance with her leading man, David Douglas. He took her home.
You know, it's too bad we have to fly up to Sacramento tomorrow. Sounds like things are getting a little hairy over at the theater.
I'll be all right. Besides, you fellas are just going to be gone for the day.
Jedediah is right. There's something funny going on. And if they find out that you're with an investigative agency...
Well, hopefully they won't. I've sort of taken care of my cover.
Oh?
Don't laugh. I got myself a part in the show.
You're kidding. What kind of a part?
Well, it's not the starring role. But we people in the theater, well, we have to start somewhere. Don't worry, fellas. I'll see that you get house seats opening night.
Stop that, David! I've got enough on my mind without worrying about you breaking your neck.
Wasn't that funny, but at least a smile. Come on, are you gonna smile?
David, when you get back to the theater, maybe you better tell June she's got what she wants.
Come on.
No, I mean it. She can have my part. Maybe it's better if I quit the show. Stop that. I'm being serious. If I go on, something terrible's gonna happen.
I'm gonna go in there and get dressed. Then we're gonna take us to rehearsal. And if you give me any more lip, I'm just gonna have to keep on kissing it until you get it right.
I know I'm being silly.
You wanna be really silly?
Depends.
If we leave early enough on Saturday, we could get married in Vegas and be back before the 2:30 matinee.
David, you know I'm not ready for anything like that.
You never get slapped unless you try.
Who is it? Oh, it's Betty. Betty Jones.
Oh, Hi.
Hi. I was just passing by on my way to rehearsal, and I thought I'd see if you needed a lift.
Oh, that's okay. David's taking me.
Ah. Would it be all right if I came in for a moment, Sybil?
Sure.
Thanks. Actually, I wasn't just passing by. Well, the fact of the matter is, Laura Harding is rather worried about what's been going on, and she asked me to check up on you and see if everything was all right.
It's really sweet of her. You know, between Laura and Carter, of course, I feel like I still have my mother and father watching over me.
You know, you and I have hardly said more than just hello to each other, but I know you're a nice person. It's difficult for me to imagine that someone would want to harm you.
Maybe so. But innocent people die. All the time.
Are you saying someone wants to see you dead?
An eye for an eye. What else can that mean?
Well, that's just a metaphor. Surely you haven't done something so terrible that someone wanted to see you die for it.
We gotta go, Sybil. We're gonna be late.
I'll get my bag.
If you're so interested in who hates Sybil enough to want to hurt her, you ought to talk to Ben.
The stage manager? He's her brother, isn't he?
Ben Naughton's her half-brother, but he's rotten clear through.
You had your chance, so why are you waiting around? You knew well in advance my dreams were on a different side of the town. Maybe she's really more like your style. Settle down and retire your heart right now, because baby, I'm too much
Hold
of a
it!
good thing.
Damn it, Sybil. You're sleepwalking again. Could you just try to convince me that you're a human being up there instead of some plastic doll moving here and there because I told you where to move?
But, Carter, you've never said anything about the way I was moving.
Listen to me! All of you! The theater, this theater, however small it is important. Now, some of you may think that it's a stepping stone to instant stardom. That's okay. Everybody's got a right to dream. But that dream is garbage if you can't back it up with the kind of experience you can only get in a place like this. So when you're sloughing off here, you're sloughing off the only chance, the only real chance you're ever gonna have to develop the pride that comes from mastering your craft.
Carter, come look what I found.
All right, stick around, David. I want to try that before the run-through tonight.
I'd like you to meet a thief.
What's going on?
Carter going through my things.
Come on. Granted, I haven't been in a show for a long time, but when I was, well, it was like being in a big family. If I wanted to borrow some eyeshadow or something, I certainly wasn't called a thief for doing so.
That's a lipstick you've taken, not an eyeshadow.
Yes, it certainly is, isn't it? And it struck me as being odd. It's blended this way. As if this could have been used to write on Sybil's mirror.
You're crazy. Let me see that.
It is the same.
Hey, what's going on
When we
here?
broke up, you said you'd leave him with me. But that was me. Why Sybil?
I didn't do it, I swear. Look, it's not even the same kind of lipstick I use. Someone must have put it there. I didn't do it. You've got to believe me.
I believe you, June. It couldn't have been you.
Why? How can you be so sure?
It happened so long ago. She couldn't have known about it.
Known about what?
All right, let's leave it at this. Whoever wrote on that mirror had better not play any more pranks. Let's get back to work. Betty, you hang around. After I work something out with David, I want to rehearse your number.
I've got some errands to run. I'll see you at home.
Did you talk to Sybil for me?
Yes, I did. I told her not to lend you any more money.
Oh, so that's the way it's gonna be, huh, buddy boy? That nice big house, all that loot she inherited. You want it all for yourself.
You're sick.
Now that... You keep giving Sybil that kind of advice, you're gonna be a lot worse than sick.
Is David still there? Oh, Sybil? Hi, this is Betty. No, he left, oh, golly, 20 minutes after you did.
He did?
Where are you?
I'm at home.
Are you there alone?
Yes, but...
Help me, Sybil! Please! I don't want to die! No, Sybil! I don't want to die! I'm drowning!
Sybil, what is it? Sybil, are you all right?
No, Sybil! I don't want to die! Stop! I'm drowning! No! I'm drowning!
Sybil! Sybil! Sybil, where are you? Sybil? What happened? What happened? Are you all right? What is it, honey? What happened?
He's drowning. Can't you hear the waves? He's drowning and I can't help him.
Who? Who can't you help?
Out there.
Sybil, what is it? Oh, good Lord, it's David. Barnaby, is that you?
And Jedediah.
Come on in. How was Sacramento?
Well, actually, we were going to stay another day to check out a lead till we heard what happened.
It was a nightmare. Do you know that the police didn't leave Sybil's house until after midnight?
And she's still here.
Still asleep, I hope.
Well, Betty, what do you think? Was it an accident the way the police figured it?
I don't know, J.R. Sybil said that David was rather reckless on the diving board. I suppose he could have slipped and hit his head.
Yet there wasn't a trace of blood found on the board or around the pool.
Oh, good morning. How do you feel?
All right.
Did you sleep well?
Not really. Are they more police?
No, private investigators. This is Barnaby Jones and J.R. Jones.
Sorry to hear about your friend.
Jones. Are you related?
Yes, and we work together, too.
I don't understand. Are you an investigator, too?
Well, in this case, you might say so. Laura came to us. She was rather worried about the accidents.
Does she think somebody's causing them on purpose?
Isn't that what you told Laura, that you were afraid somebody was out to harm you?
Yes, but not David. Why would anybody murder him?
Well, for now, they're calling it another accident.
So many accidents.
Betty tells us that you seemed to know what had happened to David even before you saw him in the pool.
I did. How could I know that?
Well, don't you remember? You said he's drowning, and I can't help him.
Didn't the police ask me that?
Well, if you didn't mean David, then who was it you couldn't help?
I can't, I've got to go to the theater.
The theater, after what you've been through?
Yes, we have a run-through today. I can't be late.
I better go with her.
Betty, if we're really dealing with murder...
I know. I'll be careful. Besides, you and JR are as close as that phone.
So under the circumstances, I think Carter's right.
Well, that's it then. We'll just have to close the show down.
Sybil, what are you doing here? You should be home resting.
I can't be home. We have a run-through.
I'm afraid not, Sybil. In fact, we're going to have to close the show down for a while.
Look, we all know it's a terrible thing that's happened. But we've all worked so hard. We can't close the show now.
Look, there's nothing we can do. There's no possible way we can replace David by Friday night.
But there's got to be something we can do. There must be.
Wait a minute. Why didn't I think of this before? Carter, who knows the part of Matt better than you? You should play it.
Oh, that's out of the question.
It's a good idea. Please, Carter, do it.
Sybil, are you sure you're feeling all right?
Please, everything's falling apart. We've got to hold on.
Listen, everybody, I'd love to help, but I gave up acting a long time ago.
Well, it's not that long ago. I mean, you change a few lines here and there, and everything will be perfect. Come on, Carter, how about it?
All right, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll step in temporarily, but you have to promise, Laura, that you'll be on the phone night and day to every agent in town getting a replacement. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Get into your wardrobe. We'll give it a try, but I'm not making any promises. Do it.
I knew you.
Laura, why do I look...
You run in all directions till the day you're finally caught. And though it seldom is perfection when he's there, it never is perfection when he's not.
I don't even try to understand a man. I just try to live by who I am. All of those pretty promises that don't come true. Huh. Who can afford to wait around until they do? Don't even try to understand his reasons. Don't even try to understand.
Oh, Malcolm, how nice it is to see you on your feet again.
On one foot at any rate.
You just don't know what to believe anymore.
If he'd only decide where his heart really was, you could lead him around to that side of the door.
I don't expect to change him 'cause I need his special touch.
But the stranger, he'd become a stranger. Honey, are you all right?
Oh, Malcolm, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Take a break, Ben.
Yeah, 15 minutes, everybody.
You'll be all right.
Oh, look, don't. The last thing she needs at a time like this is a pep talk from her agent. Take it easy.
All I keep thinking of is him in the water, and I can't help it.
You'll be all right. You just rest for a while.
Yeah, Betty. It's for you.
Thanks. Hello?
Betty, Jedediah has pitched in on his own to try to get a line on what Sybil meant about seeing someone drowning.
Did he?
No, but he came up with a very interesting piece of information.
Betty, listen, according to the will that Sybil's father left, the house and a nice chunk of cash all went to her. It's set up in an unbreakable trust until she turns 35. Now, it's not a fortune, but it's enough to give her a comfortable living off the interest.
Well, what happens to the trust if something happens to Sybil?
Well, if she dies or is declared mentally incompetent, it all goes to her half-brother, Ben.
And more interesting than that, it would go to her husband first if she were married at the time.
Which could be one reason why David isn't around anymore.
Yeah. Well, thanks a lot, fellas. Talk to you later. Bye.
Loan, okay? Get it all back. Soon.
Along with a mink and a few diamonds and rubies. You promise.
I keep my promises.
Good. Excuse me, Ben. When the police questioned me about David's death, they said that you told them that you were still in the theater at the time.
Well, that's right.
Well, I've been thinking about that, and I was the last to leave when Sybil's call came in. I don't know for how long, but you were gone by then.
Wasn't exactly keeping a clock on myself.
What are you trying to imply? That Ben's lying?
I'm just trying to think the way the police might. I mean, if David's death does turn out not to be an accident, they might begin to wonder who would benefit most by having Sybil's potential husband out of the way.
Well, everyone can stop wondering. Ben was with me.
For how long?
All night. We left the theater together. We went back to my place. And we didn't leave till this morning. Satisfied.
That's so. There's nothing to worry about.
You know, if someone did kill David, I'll tell you who did it. She did.
What are you saying?
Cool it, June.
No. She's just crazy enough to have done it. And it wouldn't be the first time either. You killed someone before. And the same way. Ben told me all about it. That boy you drowned at the beach.
Sybil!
Oh, Carter, take me home. I want to go home.
There you go, my man. I pay my debts. If I also lose today's game, I'll cut my throat. Oh, don't tell me you bet on ball games, too.
From what I hear, I could never be in your league.
Well, sit down. Want a drink? Now tell me, what makes me so popular all of a sudden?
Well, I'd like to find out what June meant when she said that Sybil killed a boy on the beach.
What is it with you?
I would like to be able to help Sybil, but I can't unless I know something about her.
Well, it was a long time ago. Sybil was 15. Her birthday. She and his friend, Tommy, left the party and went for a swim. They were alone on the beach. Tommy drowned.
Why did you tell June that it was Sybil's fault?
June likes to embellish my stories. I never put it that way. I don't even think Sybil knows herself exactly what happened. At any rate, found her later, wandering alone on the shore. Whatever really happened, she blocked out. Took 3 years and some very expensive shrinks to get her head back together again.
Is that how she got started with the acting and singing? Laura Harding said it was some sort of therapy for her.
Carter Stone's identity therapy class of acting. Did a pretty good job on it, too. Up to now.
I don't know why you put up with me. I really don't.
Simple. Because I love you. Don't get carried away. I love all my students, especially when they're as charming and as pretty as you. And now that we're charter members of our Mutual Admiration Society, what do you want to do about the show? You still want me to turn your part over to June?
It's the only thing I can do. Now that Ben has told June about Tommy and June is telling everybody else, don't you see I can't go up on stage and have everybody knowing? Staring at the freak, the murderer.
Sybil, please, stop that.
But it's all right, isn't it? For me to stay on with you at the school like we said. I need that.
Of course. It's all right. I'll call you later.
Somebody there?
It's, me, Carter. Betty.
Oh, Betty, well, didn't they tell you I've pushed rehearsal back to 3 o'clock because June is going to take over Sybil's part?
Oh, that's a shame. I'm sorry to hear that.
Something else. J.R. Jones asked you to call him back. You can use the phone in my office.
Oh, fine, thank you.
Barnaby Jones Investigations.
Hi, JR. Did you get anything on Ben's alibi?
Well, Betty, apparently June was telling the truth. After I dropped Barnaby off at the DA's office, I went to see June's landlady, and she says that Ben was with her at the time David was supposed to have drowned.
You mean the landlady saw them together the whole time?
Well, I don't think she actually peeked through the keyhole, if that's what you mean, but being a hawk-eyed old biddy, she did see Ben leave the next morning.
Well, then conceivably, he could have left at any time and then come back.
Yeah, I guess he might have, but what makes you think Ben might be behind all this?
Oh, I don't know. Something Sybil said. Something about actually hearing the sound of crashing waves on the beach. I don't know. When she called from the house, I thought I heard static on the line, but I don't know. I'm beginning to think that maybe I heard the same thing myself.
What do you mean, the sound of waves?
Yeah. Or maybe someone creating the effect. Listen, JR, I'm gonna have to call you back, honey, okay? Bye. Is that what you heard?
Where did you get that? Where in God's name did you get that?
Ben? Ben, is that you? Sybil, what are you doing here?
Carter, I'm really embarrassed. Would you hate me very much if I changed my mind?
That's a lady's privilege. About what?
About quitting the show. I really do want to play Lydia after all.
Oh?
Say it's all right. Please say you want me to do it.
Yes, of course I do.
Oh, Carter. For a while there, I thought, oh, you don't know how happy you've made me.
We also have to consider your real happiness.
But working with you is my happiness. The play is my happiness.
Sybil, shh, listen to me now, listen to me. You're not all that well yet. If you go on Friday night and break down on stage...
Then you don't want me to do the show.
No, I'm just thinking of you. Which is more than that agent of yours is doing. Now, Malcolm made a bad mistake inviting all those important casting people for opening night. If you fall apart on them, they'll never forget it.
But that's the chance every performer takes.
No, but not yet, Sybil. You're not ready. Why are you so anxious to leave me?
Is that what you're afraid of? That I'll leave you?
Sybil, you need more time to get your health back.
When you said you loved me, you really meant it, didn't you? It wasn't just as a pupil.
I thought I hid it pretty well.
Why didn't you tell me?
Oh, Sybil. What are you lurking around for?
Betty, I can't.
It's all right, Sybil.
What's going on here? What are you two up to?
Just trying to get at the truth, Carter. Why anyone would go to such lengths to make Sybil quit the show.
Make her quit? Nobody'd do that.
You did, didn't you? Because you thought that she'd be discovered and then you'd lose her?
You tried to keep me by frightening me.
No. What kind of lies have you been telling her?
The sounds of the waves. Tommy's voice. I found this in your desk.
Carter, you didn't have to do those terrible things. Couldn't you see how I really felt about you? Didn't you know that I loved you?
But David, you were going to marry him.
David was a friend. You didn't have to kill him.
No, don't cry. I'll make it up to you, I promise.
It's too late.
Carter, It'll go a lot easier on you, Carter, if you make the call to the police yourself.
No. No, police. No, no. I'm taking Sybil away. And you're not gonna stop me.
It's no use. I work for a private investigator, and I've already called him.
Please don't hurt anybody else!
If you love Sybil, make the call. You owe her that much.
Those times he's changing his mind. You just don't know what to believe anymore.
If he'd only decide where his heart really was, you could lead him around to that side of the door.
I don't expect to change him 'cause I need his special touch. Though he sometimes plays the stranger, I don't blame him very much. And though it seldom is perfection when he's there, it never is perfection when he's not. It's
Well,
just
I'll tell you, that kid's a trooper. Just a few days rest, and look at her.
Yeah, she's absolutely marvelous.
Terrific. What did they say?
They said she's marvelous. She's going to be a big star.
But Sybil's pretty good, too.
About us, and if we never do understand his reasons, it simply wouldn't matter much offhand. It's just as hard to try to leave them as it is to try to understand.
Barnaby Jones, a Quinn Martin production, starring Buddy Ebsen. Also starring Lee Merriweather, Mark Shera, with guest stars Darlene Carr, Gary Swanson, David Hollander. Tonight's episode, Victim of Love.
The deal was you'd whistle and I'd come running to help with the bags.
Frank, you've done more than enough for Danny and me.
Oh, I enjoyed it. I know it's good you got a job so you can move, but we're gonna miss you around here, pretty lady.
Ah, it's been nice, but expensive. And an apartment will be a real home, won't it, Danny?
As long as it has a swimming pool.
He's really water safe now, thanks to you.
Oh.
Yeah, I can even swim underwater.
Yeah, well, you keep practicing your front crawl, Tiger. That's it. And work on your breathing.
Hey, Danny, can you watch the wagon while I pay our bill?
Sure, Mom.
See you, Dan.
Goodbye, Mr. Taylor.
Julia, listen. I don't want to lose track of you. How about dinner sometime?
Yeah, I'd like that. Give me a little time to get settled, and I'll call you, all right?
Okay, sure.
Thanks a lot, Frank.
I'll be waiting for your call.
I'll talk to you later. Oh, well, hope we haven't forgotten anything. Uh-oh. Where's your baseball and glove?
It's on the table by my bed. I forgot. I'll be back in a second. Don't go away without me.
Morning, can I help you?
You're a real lover boy, aren't you? Got nothing to do but lay around the pool, work on your California tan, and hit on all the lonely chicks passing through.
Wait a minute, man. We keep very little cash here.
I don't want your cash. I'm gonna teach you a lesson about what happens to a punk who fools around with another man's wife.
What are you talking about, man?
I saw you out there just now with her. You got all the fancy moves, huh?
You're Julia's husband. She told me she was divorced.
That's your specialty, right? Women who are alone.
Betty, are you sure she said 11 o'clock?
11 a.m., Mrs. Julia Schumacher, old friend from Chicago.
Eddie, I'm getting the impression that Jedediah's memory of the lady does not suggest icy winds blowing in off Lake Michigan.
Oh, Barnaby, you know how it is when you've had a crush on the girl down the block since you're 12, and all of a sudden she's the homecoming queen, you know.
Mrs. Schumacher sounds rather special. How come you let her get away?
I never really got that serious. Anyway, let me see. When I was in Vietnam, a guy named Floyd Schumacher finished his hitch, came home, and swept her off her feet. I don't believe it. Oh, how did you find me?
Memory banks. When you took off for California, Floyd told me you had a cousin out here, a private investigator.
Mrs. Julia Schumacher. That's my cousin Barnaby there. And the good-looking member of the family, Betty Jones.
Hi. Hi.
We're very happy to meet you, Julia. I hope you'll forgive us for continuing with our work. I'm sure you and Jedediah have a lot of catching up to do.
Sit. How is Floyd? What are you two out here on vacation or something?
I should have told you, JR. Floyd and I are divorced.
You two seem like such a great couple.
I got my final decree about 3 months ago.
How is your little boy, Danny?
He lives with me. And he's not so little anymore. He's 7, and he's all boy.
How long have you been in town?
Well, about a week.
And you're just looking me up now? I'm not sure how to take that.
Well, I wanted to get settled first. JR, I need a favor.
Well, you name it. You got it.
Well, I've been offered a job, cashier in a drugstore. But the owner wants a local reference before he arranges to bond me. I hate imposing on you when I haven't seen you in 2 years, but I really need this job.
Imposing? What, are you kidding? I'll get you a second one, a better one from Barnaby. On one condition.
Sure, what?
That you have lunch with me today.
Only if you promise to leave the anchovies off the pizza.
Nothing's changed. The anchovies never had a chance.
Mr. Arnold, I'm the man who phoned to find out if Julia Schumacher applied for a job when she was here yesterday.
Oh, yeah, you said you were with the Chicago police.
Mrs. Schumacher's from Chicago, also more recently Omaha.
Yeah, I know. That's why I asked for a local reference. She in some kind of trouble?
I'm going to take you into my confidence, Mr. Arnold. I'm on special assignment investigating an interstate narcotics ring. Mrs. Schumacher's under 24-hour surveillance.
Such a pretty lady. Nice, too. Hard to believe she's a criminal. Exactly what she done.
Oh, well, I'm not at liberty to discuss the case with you, sir, only to ask your cooperation if you should hire Mrs. Schumacher.
What sort of cooperation?
We'll be staking out the premises. All we'd like you to do is let us know if any narcotics disappear. Without saying anything to Mrs. Schumacher, we're hoping that she'll lead us to the other members of the ring.
Oh, my brother and I, we never had any trouble in our store. Maybe a little shoplifting. Sometimes an employee takes a free sample, but never drugs.
We hope you'll take Mrs. Schumacher on, Mr. Arnold, but I'm under orders to inform you that there could be some danger. If a holdup were to be staged after she's had some time to case your supplies.
A holdup? Maybe I better not get involved with this woman. I mean, who needs trouble?
Oh, lunch was marvelous, JR. Especially having it with you.
But you want me to mind my own business, right?
No, it's just that hearing only my side of the divorce makes me sound like a martyr. It's not fair to Floyd.
Well, he's my friend, too. You know, I just want things to work out for the both of you.
Well, at least things have started to work out for me.
Oh, Ms. Schumacher. I didn't think you were coming back. The job, it's taken.
Yes, but Mr. Arnold, I told you I could get a reference. You promised to wait till today.
I'm sorry, young lady. I must have misunderstood. Another woman came in and applied for the job. Wasn't as pretty as you. My brother hired her.
Look, Mr. Arnold, I brought 2 references.
Oh, I'm sorry. Really, but there's nothing I can do.
Mr. Arnold, did someone talk to you about me? A man from Chicago with a detective's badge.
Please, Miss Schumacher, it's like I said. My brother hired someone else.
Julia, look, I don't want to be pushy, but why don't you level with me? I might be able to help you.
It's nothing. I'll be all right.
Now, look, I heard you ask that man about a guy from Chicago with a badge. Now, is that Floyd? Come on, is he out here, too?
I'm not sure. But you're right. I haven't been telling it like it is. I never could fool you. I don't know why I tried.
Why would you want to?
I suppose I didn't want to admit I'm afraid of Floyd.
What do you mean, physically?
Even though he's never touched me. But, JR, the last year of our marriage was hell.
What happened?
Well, Floyd had been on Vice about 3 years. And he started to act like he thought everyone was dirty, corrupt. Well, he'd always been jealous, but it got worse. He was suspicious of everything I did. If a man even spoke to me at a party, Floyd would threaten him.
But you'd been divorced then, no?
Yeah, on paper. But not in Floyd's head. He's hounded me day and night.
Floyd?
Before Danny and I came here, we were living with my Uncle Harry in Omaha. Floyd found us and got me fired from my job by using his badge. And now it looks like he's followed us here.
Sounds like he really needs help.
He's so reasonable when you talk to him. But inside, he's violent. JR, I just don't know what he's going to do to me.
All right, take it easy now. Nothing's going to happen to you here. You're among friends, okay?
I missed you, damn boy.
I go home now? I want to go home.
Sure. Sure, we can go home.
You mean that Floyd actually punched out a guy at a party?
Yes, someone we hardly knew. The man was just talking to me. Thank God he wasn't seriously hurt. Well, 3 months later, Floyd put our best friend, Bert Wilson, in the hospital.
Over you?
Yeah, Bert and Floyd had been partners for years, and, well, he knew all about our problems. And he bought me coffee a couple of times to try and help. And Floyd thought we were having an affair.
Hello, Mrs. Schumacher. Here to pick up Danny already?
Yes, I'll get him for you.
Did the department ever find out that Floyd assaulted his partner?
Well, Bert tried to cover it up, but there was just no way. Floyd was suspended and told to see a police psychologist.
Smart move.
Yeah, but he only went a few times. And then he just dropped out and sat around the house drinking. A lot. So that's when I filed for divorce. Mostly for Danny's sake. For all our sakes.
One of our student counselors took Danny's group over to the playground. Being so close to us, we like the children to run off some steam before going home, weather permitting.
Well, that's nice for the children and their parents.
That's what your husband said. He's already over at the playground waiting.
My husband?
What playground? Where?
On the other side of the building.
There's Danny, by the ice cream truck.
I'll get him.
JR, I don't believe, what are you doing here?
Julia and I were looking for Danny. She didn't know you were in town, Floyd.
Just blown from the Windy City, old buddy. I was gonna look you up tomorrow. Yeah, you remember JR, don't you, son?
Sorta. Hi.
Hi, Danny. It's been a long time.
Danny.
Just thought I'd surprise you, honey. Still beautiful as ever, isn't she?
How'd you find us this time, Floyd, Uncle Harry?
I just heard you were out here, and I wanted to see Dan Boy and you.
Floyd, let me talk to you for a second, okay? Well, what is it with you two, anyway? Julia told me about your divorce and some trouble with your partner. Now she says you won't leave her alone. You know, I don't want to get in the middle.
Whoa. Cool it, pal. I thought we were friends, remember?
Well, I still think we are.
I don't know what she told you, but my partner got busted up in a case we're handling.
Well, why would she lie about that, Floyd?
Maybe she's afraid. I could nail her right now for child snatching. I have visitation rights, you know.
What do you mean? She took Danny out of Chicago without your consent?
I don't know what you've been up to these days, but I'm still a cop. It's late nights, long hours. One day I look around and Julia's gone. Shook me up. I want to see my boy. So I tracked her down. And if that means that I'm following her, yeah, I guess I'm guilty.
Well, that's a whole nother story, Floyd. You gonna take her to court?
Not as long as I know where Danny is. I'm sorry we can't have some more fun. But I gotta go meet a friend and see if he can put me up, okay?
You have to go?
Mm-hmm. I'll be back, though, I promise. I know where you're staying, honey, so I'll keep in touch. We gotta get together, tell some old war stories, JR.
Hey, make it soon, huh? I don't know, Julia. Seems like the same old Floyd to me.
He's not, JR. You have to believe me. He's not.
When you care about both people, it's brutal to be caught in the middle, let alone take sides.
I know, JR, but Julia is divorced. She has a right to live her own life.
That may be, but family quarrels are a ticklish business. 9 times out of 10, the friend who tries to help usually winds up being the loser.
Where are Julia and the boy now?
At their apartment. I came back here to check out Floyd's version of what happened to his partner in Chicago.
Any luck?
Oh, yeah. Talked to Chicago just before you came in. Partner's name is Bert Wilson. He corroborates Julia's story completely, not only about Floyd taking him apart, but how Floyd's never stopped interfering in Julia's life.
When did Schumacher leave the force?
How did you know that?
Stands to reason when an officer in the kind of trouble he is starts flashing his badge in places where it's bound to be reported, he's already lost it.
Well, the badge must be a phony, because he was fired 6 weeks ago. I'd better get over to Julia's place.
Can I bet play?
Yeah, I guess so. But you be careful around the pool.
Okay, I will.
Danny, I want you to play in your bedroom for a while and keep the door closed. Will you do that for Mommy?
You said I could play outside.
Not now, Danny. I mean it. In your room.
No fair.
What do you want, Floyd?
Just a few minutes of your time. It's not a lot to ask, is it? Don't make me stand out here, Julie.
Floyd, if you want to see Danny, you'll have to go to court.
It's you I came to see, to tell you that I've changed. I tried to write you a letter, but I knew that you wouldn't believe me unless I saw you face to face.
Floyd.
No, I mean it, Julie. I got a whole new life plan. And I know that we can work it out. If you just give it one last try.
I'm sorry, Floyd. Really, I am. But we've made one last try too many times. I just don't have another one left in me. Look, I'll never ask you for anything. Just leave me alone.
I can't. You're the only woman that I'll ever want. Losing you would be like putting a gun to my head.
Floyd, don't say that. I'm warning you, I'll get the law to keep you away if I have to.
Oh, that would be a bad move for both of us. You know the court says I have a right to see my son. Danny is my son, isn't he?
Floyd, if you really care about Danny, then let me make a life for him. He's too little to handle what you're doing to him. You'll tear him apart.
Remember the first day we met? The night that Danny was born? Well, we can keep all those things, and we can just wipe out the rest of the past 8 years. We'll go somewhere. We'll start again.
Floyd, you can't wipe out 8 years of heartbreak. We both have too many scars. Now, please go.
You're my wife, and Danny's mine, too. It's always gonna be that way.
Danny, you can come out now. But it doesn't make sense. Why would the police take Floyd's side? The court gave me custody of Danny.
But Floyd was awarded visitation rights, and you took Danny out of Chicago specifically to keep him away from Floyd.
I had to. For Danny's safety. Now, does that make me a kidnapper?
No, it does not make you a kidnapper. Parents are exempt from the federal kidnap law when it comes to their own children. The FBI has no jurisdiction whatsoever.
Well, then who does?
Local and state law enforcement. And California is one of the states that recognizes child custody terms set in other states. So in this state, you're considered a child snatcher.
But you've seen Floyd. He can't be trusted with Danny. I wish he could. The boy loves him.
Only the court can decide if Floyd is responsible.
Court. Yeah, but that takes so long. What's going to happen to Danny in the meantime?
If it comes down to it, the welfare department may have to take care of him until the court can hand down a decision.
Welfare?
Look, as it stands, it could happen. You know, but we have to find them first.
But what if we can't? What if Floyd starts drinking and Danny makes him angry? Floyd's a monster when he's drunk.
Take it easy now. Danny is gonna be okay. Floyd isn't gonna harm his own son. You said yourself he's never touched either of you. Try to relax. We're gonna need your help, okay?
Okay. Hello?
Hi, it's me. I'm calling so you won't worry. Danny and I had a real good dinner.
Floyd, please bring Danny home now.
Not yet, honey.
But why? What are you going to do with him?
I don't know. Maybe we'll take a long trip together. Make up for last summer. All those weekends you're supposed to be with me.
Yeah, but you can't do that.
Yes, I can. I have to learn that Danny is my boy, too.
Floyd, it's JR.
What the hell are you doing there? Supposed to be my friend, and I catch you hitting on my wife like all my other friends?
Floyd, will you knock it off? Now, I'm doing my best to help the both of you. Why don't you just bring Danny back? We'll work things out.
Julie's had him a long time. I didn't realize how much I missed him. I'm thinking of keeping him.
Terrific. You mean you're going to use your own son as a club to get Julie back? That's not going to work, Floyd.
I'll tell you what's not going to work, buddy boy. You angling for a clear field with my wife. I got a message for both of you. If she wants to see Danny again, she's got to come back to me on my terms.
Well, aren't you the early bird, though?
Yeah, the Jones family has a reputation for catching the proverbial worm.
Oh, really? What happened to JR's side of the clan?
Jedediah takes after his late father. Monroe and I used to do a little fishing when we were kids, but he never could see the sense of digging for worms when you could buy a can of them for a nickel. Trouble is, I used to have to lend him the nickel.
That sounds like JR's side of the clan, all right. Morning.
Morning. What is this, more stuff from the Sherman Art Collection?
Looks like we have enough paper here to print the congressional record.
The real tough part of this case is going to be checking out the security system. I want you around at that time.
Okay, Barnaby, I'll be there. You know, I am really worried about Julia.
Oh, how's she holding up?
Well, I just talked to her before I left my place. She hasn't heard from Floyd since I talked to him last night, and she is coming apart at the seams.
Jedediah, I took the liberty of calling the Chicago police early this morning.
You talked to Burt Wilson?
No, I talked to an old friend of your father's and mine who put me in touch with a police psychologist who tried to help Schumacher.
Well, what did he say?
Well, apparently, Schumacher was a pretty good cop until a little over a year ago. Even then, boys upstairs tried to save his bacon by transferring him from vice to a robbery detail.
It didn't work out?
He was too unstable.
Did the psychologist mention anything about Floyd's hang-ups?
Schumacher didn't open up much, but he did take some tests. The results are bad news. He has strong suicidal tendencies and a very high violence curve.
Oh, that's a really deadly combination.
What happens if Floyd disappears with Danny? Or worse?
I don't really think that's likely, Betty. Floyd's jealousy of Julia runs too deeply to leave her behind.
The cold fact is, Schumacher appears to fit the tragic pattern you read about in the newspapers, where a man kills all the members of his family and then turns a weapon on himself.
Oh, I better get over to Julia's place.
Jedediah, the psychologist mentioned one other thing. Maybe Mrs. Schumacher can explain it.
How can I explain something that just isn't true?
Julia, I believe you. But according to Barnaby, that's what Floyd told the police psychologist.
That Danny isn't his son?
That he isn't sure he is.
It's funny how things come back to haunt you.
You want to tell me about it?
Well, when Floyd got back from Vietnam, it was almost like I'd been waiting for him. In a month, we were engaged. We wanted each other so much we didn't wait. And I got pregnant.
And that's when you got married.
Later on, when Floyd got turned off women, he got this twisted idea that, well, if I was so willing with him, that there must have been others. And that I married him because I was already pregnant with someone else's child. JR, there were no others. Ever.
I'm sorry to put you through that. But we have to know where Floyd is coming from if we're going to deal with him, you know. Does Floyd have many friends here?
Only you that I know of.
Oh, no, wait a minute. When we saw Floyd at the park, didn't he mention something about meeting a friend who was going to put him up?
That's right. Wait a minute, there is someone. Al Carter. He and Floyd were buddies in Vietnam.
All right, good. Where can I get in touch with him?
I don't know. Well, he moved here a couple of years ago from Chicago to work as a salesman for some sporting goods company, I think.
Do you know the name of the company?
Oh, I'm sorry, JR.
All right, let's be calm. Now, if that's Floyd, try to get him to talk to you as much as possible. See if you can find out where he is.
Hello?
I memorized your new phone number like you told me to. See, Mom?
Oh, Danny, what a good boy.
Dad said we'd see you soon. I miss you, Mommy.
Where's your father, Danny?
He went to the car to get something and told me to wait here for him.
Hold on a minute, honey. Don't hang up. He's alone. Floyd went to the car to get something.
Ask him if he knows where they are.
Where are you calling from, Danny?
Travel Town. There's a lot of trains and engines.
Travel Town. Hold on again, son.
I know the place. Tell Danny to hang up. See if you can get Floyd to stay around there for as long as possible, okay?
Danny, listen, honey. In a minute, I want you to hang up and pretend that you never called Mommy. And then ask your dad if you can stay and play on the trains a little longer. Do you understand, honey?
Okay, I'll try. I love you, Mommy.
That was super. You like this game?
Uh-huh. I like hide and seek, but Mommy sounded funny. I think I should go home now.
Okay, fella, but first I want you to go and hide in the car, okay? And you wait there till I come and get you. You got that?
Okay, sure, but not too long.
Okay. How's my wife, man? I know you were tight with her before I came along, but she married me. And you shouldn't have tried to pick up where you left off.
You're way off base, Floyd.
Everyone knows you were there with her before I got there. And tell me about it. Is she as good as you remember?
Listen to me, Floyd. You're coming down on a friend again.
I warned you that Julie was off limits. And you should have listened.
I'm getting tired. What are you doing?
Hello?
Hello, Julia. Sorry this isn't JR. I had Danny call from the train so that you'd send him to me.
Floyd, you didn't hurt him.
I wanted to get him away from you so you could think straight, because this is the last chance you're gonna have to see Danny ever again.
Please don't say that.
It has to be that way. And you're gonna do exactly as I tell you, or you can say goodbye to your son on the phone right now. From now on, it's gonna be the three of us. Or none of us.
Was that Floyd?
No. What happened? Are you all right?
Julia, I don't have time for games. You were on the phone. Was that Floyd?
All right. It was him. He said if I don't go to him, I'll never see Danny again. So I'm going.
Are you telling me that you're willing to go back to him? To stay?
Just till I find a way to get Danny away from him.
Julia, that is much too dangerous.
JR, you didn't hear Floyd's voice. I can't take any chances. Look, I don't care about myself anymore. Only Danny.
Well, I happen to care about the three of you. Now, Floyd is a very sick man. Do you know what the police psychologist told Barnaby? That he might be suicidal. Or worse.
JR, I know that I should listen to you, but... I've got to get something for this headache.
Julia, listen. If you don't mind, I'd like a couple of those aspirin myself, okay? Julia? Julia? Betty, listen, I need your help really fast. I have to locate a sporting goods salesman by the name of Al Carter. Any luck?
Thank you very much. No, except a few people are going to call me back.
Betty did come up with something. I asked her to call Lieutenant Biddle to let him know that we were looking for Floyd in the event that his name came across Biddle's desk. Seems it already had.
Evidently, Floyd attacked a man named Frank Taylor, the manager of the motel where Julia stayed. He's been in the hospital with a concussion, but today he came to long enough to give a positive ID, and there's an APB out on Floyd. Barnaby Jones Investigations, may I help you? Oh, yes, that does sound like the Al Carter we've been looking for. May I speak to him, please? Ma'am, this is an emergency. I need an address, a telephone number, something. Could you hold on, ma'am, please?
Where'd you say he is?
He's out in his sales territory. He won't be checking in till late this afternoon. No way to reach him.
Tell her we have got to have his home address. Don't take no for an answer.
Ma'am, as I said, this is an emergency. I need his address.
Oh, Danny. Danny, sweetheart. She came back just like you said.
I always keep my word, son. And I promise you, your mom is here to stay. Our whole family's back together again for good. Isn't that right, Mom?
Yes, we're back together, Danny. You've been drinking.
You give your mom a big hug, Dan boy.
I love you, Mommy.
All right. Now let's go get my gear and hit the road. Come on. You start collecting my stuff, and I'll get out the suitcase. Julia. Don't sit down. We're ready to cut out.
Can I ride with you, Dad?
Sure, we're all gonna ride in my car, son. We wouldn't want anything to happen to your mother, would we?
No, sir. Come on, Mom. We're all riding together.
Danny, did you remember your baseball and glove?
I always forget the dumb thing.
Honestly, Danny.
I'll go and get them.
Oh, no, the house is locked. Your dad'll have to get them for you.
I'll be right back.
Hey, Dad said we were taking his car.
Don't argue with me, Danny. Just get in.
But we can't go without Dad.
My keys. Where are they? Get out, Danny. Hurry.
What's the matter?
Just do as I say.
Sorry, Danny. Looks like we're not leaving after all.
I sure hope coming out here wasn't a wild goose chase, Barnaby.
There's nothing else we could do. A phone call might have forced Schumacher's hand.
Here it is, I found it. Okay, you gotta make a right at the next corner.
Can't we leave now, Floyd? I promise I won't try to run away again.
No. It's not gonna work. It's never gonna work. I know that now.
Don't worry, Mom. He'll go to sleep in a while. Then when he wakes up, he'll feel better. He always does.
It's not gonna work. But we're gonna be together. That's all that counts. Dan, boy, why don't you give that ball a rest? Go on inside and take a nap.
But you said we were going somewhere. You promised.
We are, son. Going on a real long trip. You go on inside and take a nap. I'll be in a minute.
Okay.
His car right there.
I'll take the left side of the house.
in there all right with Floyd. He's got a pistol and a half-empty bottle.
What about the boy?
Must be in another room. I'd really like to try to get him out of there, Barnaby, before we try and deal with Floyd.
Small house. Couldn't have more than a couple other rooms.
Danny.
Oh, hi, JR.
This is my cousin Barnaby, Danny. We want to help your mom and dad. Will you give us a hand?
Well, I guess so.
Good boy. Now you just stand right there. I get this screen off. And then you come out the window.
I'm going to chip the front out.
What are you doing, Floyd?
Why didn't you let it work out?
Oh, please don't.
It's so hard. Look what it's doing to Danny. I'll never let you go.
For God's sake, Floyd, stop!
Let's go.
Danny! Give it up, Floyd. Give it up. It's all over.
Well, I've tried to explain to Danny that his dad is sick and that he has to go away to a hospital to get well.
How's he taking it?
Well, he was really unhappy at first. But he perked up when I told him maybe we could visit Floyd later on if the doctor says it's all right.
But at least Floyd won't have to stand trial for assaulting Frank Taylor. Lieutenant Biddle said that Taylor dropping the charges because of Floyd's mental problem.
Oh, that's good. But what about later, Julia? Has Danny asked whether you and Floyd are going to get back together again?
Well, it's funny, Betty, but I don't think he expects us to. He seems to realize it won't work out.
With the help Floyd is getting, there's a chance that he could build a new life for himself. Maybe even spend more time with the boy again.
I hope so.
Yeah, it would be a really nice thing if you could get to know the kind of guy his dad really is.
Well, Danny's stomach is probably growling. I've promised to take him out for a special lunch today.
Well, not alone you're not. Do you know Danny's never heard of anchovies?
Oh, you're not.
You bet. Oh. Now, I know an uncle can't take the place of a father, but, you know, somebody's got to teach this kid how to eat pizza.